Just waiting for Alyssa and some other people to show up. Hello, hello. Jesse, I see you're coming to join us at FOSDEM.
Yes.
So I've pinged Alyssa, who has done most of the organization. I'm waiting for her to join before I really get started. Just for the stream to make it clear, I'm not the voice of Mr. Jenkins. But this is so we can stream to the Jenkins YouTube channel. So right now, most of the stuff that we had filed to be done has been done. Alyssa's gotten a lot done over the past couple weeks. Most of everything left appears to be on my plate, which is fun. So Jesse, from my understanding, you and Kosuke will be joining us from Dublin. Are you guys going to be there for the Friday meeting or Friday dinner?
I'm still waiting for an answer from Kosuke on that. I haven't even booked tickets yet. As soon as he makes a decision, I'll get the same flight, I guess.
Okay.
I have no idea what the events are or when we need to be where.
So I'll throw the up into IRC for you. We've got pretty much everything accounted for, except for dinner on Friday, which will probably be a little bit more ad hoc because FOSDEM has their beer event on Friday night. But we have the sort of main event thing, and then Alyssa created and I published this morning the contributors dinner that we'll be hosting Saturday night, and then the contributor summit on Monday. So like the stand organization is definitely a lot more ad hoc. One of the event tickets that I still have is this prepare a cheat sheet thing, which I'll probably try to coerce Christopher or somebody else to give me a hand with this. But basically, there's going to be plenty of us there at the FOSDEM event. So, you know, who's at the table when over the course of FOSDEM, I don't think is a big issue. Just so long as everyone's sort of prepared and knows how to, how many how many stickers, how many pins. We're trying to give out the solution page postcard thing that's still on my plate, things like that. But if you guys are getting in on Friday, then it's really just going to be a question of whether you guys are going to be able to make it to dinner and beers or beers. Because I'm sure you guys will get there in time for beers.
Yeah. We did both get hotels there for Friday night, so
Okay.
we'd get there sometime before then. But last I checked, it wasn't decided whether we were traveling on Thursday or Friday. So.
Okay. Still waiting.
Let me see if
for
I can.
Alyssa.
Yeah, maybe joining this. Let me see if I can ping him.
She should be. I mean, most of the stuff that's been done for FOSDEM, she's done. But I'll just go.
Sorry, Kosuke, not Alyssa.
Oh, Kosuke is not going to be joining. He had to decline the invite because his boss is in town. So we've got the Jenkins buttons. I don't know if people have seen those. I had posted them to Twitter. So we've got a lot of these two types of buttons. The blue, just sort of standard Jenkins Butler, and then the Angry Jenkins. And then we've also got some buttons with different flags on them, and these are primarily meant for jam organizers and people that are going to be working the stand to help sort of signal to people in the expo hall. If French speakers come up and you're wearing a French pin, then they can just speak French with you. And same for German and Spanish. And I think this is Scottish.
It's the American pin that they can speak American accented English.
American. I already gave Alyssa a little grief about getting one with the American flag on it. I can't wait to see some of the reactions from the British people that are going to be coming by. But we'll have a limited number of these flag pins available. So we'll have to come up with some good guidelines for who we give the flag pins to, because we won't just want to have them just sort of out and available for anybody to grab, because there is such a fixed quantity of them. But we should have more than enough of the blue Jenkins and the red Jenkins pins to pass around. The stickers.
You have check Jenkins for Oliver?
We do not. That was not one of the
options.
Not one of the languages that were suggested to Alyssa, and that probably falls on me more than anybody else. I think Oleg decided he's going to be joining late, so he's actually got the assets. He's going to create himself a Russian flag pin.
By the way, Domi says he's listening in, but can't join in for some reason.
Okay, that's good. Oh, I see in the Jenkins channel. That's cool. So Kosuke also has some stickers that he's going to be bringing. I had posted these a long time ago. Those are the Toulouse stickers. Where are they? But we should have a few thousand stickers. Hopefully we don't go through all of them. Damn, I can't find it at all. But we've got the different flavors of Jenkins to bring, which is going to be pretty cool. I think I missed it. And then we will also have shirts. Here's some of the stickers that we'll have, provided Kosuke's luggage all gets to Brussels safely. And we'll also have a few shirts. I believe we're going to have a number of these Jenkins Master shirts. I can actually go to the events ticket. So we've got, I don't have the asset for, or an image of the FOSDEM staff shirts, but we had staff shirts made which actually have, something that we can all wear when we're running the stand, which both tells people that we're part of the Jenkins project and that we're there to answer questions. But it's also something for people that are operating the stand to have and to take home. And then we'll have the Star Wars shirts, which we'll be able to sell like we did last year. And there's Alyssa.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Put your headphones on.
Oh, okay. I gotta go get it. Sorry.
So the shirts, the stickers, the pins, those are all accounted for. I'm trying to remember if there are any other materials that we need to have shipped. One of the things that's on my plate that I can report on is we had this sort of travel grant suggestion or proposal that I had posted to the Jenkins site. I had outlined things, and I had requested that people email the board alias so we could process travel grant proposals as quickly as possible. No one actually took us up on the offer. So we won't be spending any of the Jenkins project money on travel grants this year because no one asked for any money. So that's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess.
Well, for FOSDEM.
For FOSDEM, yeah. Well, like the travel grant program is still ongoing, of course, but no one took us up on the offer for FOSDEM specifically or the contributor summit. Alyssa, I gave an update on the pins and the shirts and the stickers. Are there any other materials or things that are going to be available or we need to talk about for the stand itself? Unmute. Or maybe she disappeared again. Okay, I guess while we wait for Alyssa, her audio may not be working. She was having trouble with that yesterday. Daniel, not Daniel Beck, who's in the Hangout right now, but Daniel Spilker or Spiker. I don't remember his last name exactly. Spilker. He's going to be bringing. Yeah, one of the contributors to Job DSL. He's actually been there in the past. I think last year, the year before last, he brought his Google Glass with his little Jenkins Google Glass application, which was fun. The hack project that he's going to bring and we can set up at the stand is a little Raspberry Pi cluster. So we'll have a demo monitor that's available, and I'll be bringing a MacBook Air that will be set up with some canned demos, and then Daniel should be bringing his Raspberry Pi cluster, which we can play around with and use for demos and to show off on the stand as well. And there's Alyssa. Let's see if we can hear you now.
Okay, how's this?
Sounds good.
Okay.
So shirts, pins, stickers are covered. What else do we need to cover for the stand?
The monitor, we have a 20-inch monitor that is going to be brought to us by Felix from the Brussels office.
Do you have a specific time when he's going to be arriving?
Yeah, I'm checking with. I already checked with him. Haven't heard back from him, but I've asked him to bring it the morning of Saturday. Do you know what time do we start on Saturday? What?
So you were the primary contact on the stand, weren't you? With FOSDEM?
I think so, but I haven't heard anything from them.
That's not unusual. They're sort of perpetually behind because there's so much stuff to do and so few organizers. They should be sending you some details on when you can go or when they open up the expo hall. If they don't send you something by next week, I would check the website.
Okay.
And basically, as soon as the doors open, we need Felix to be there with the monitor.
Yeah.
Because it'll take a little time to get everything set up and oriented.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, there's also, I don't know if he is planning to drive. There's not a whole lot of parking at the venue. So there is a place where he can like pull in, drop some stuff off, and people can carry it in, and he can go drive off and park or leave or whatever.
Okay.
But it'll it'll be a little challenging from a time perspective to make sure that everything gets to where it needs to go.
All right.
If he's going to be in contact with you primarily, do you have a foreign or European capable phone?
I'll switch it before I go. I'll switch.
Maybe out of band from this, Daniel, if you're going to be there on the morning of Saturday, maybe make sure that everybody has each other's phone numbers, because I'll be busy setting up a dev room at that time, so I won't be able to help with the stand setup.
Sure, I can build a list.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So I also have the table linen that has the Jenkins, the Butler logo and Jenkins on it. So
Okay.
that's with me. The staff T-shirts are gonna come in sometime this week. And then the Star Wars shirts, I'm gonna have Germany, our office in Germany, ship them over to my hotel, and I'll bring them over.
Okay. You and I should probably work. I've got this this cheat sheet. So this events 26 ticket. You and I should probably work out the sort of an introduction to make sure, or an outline for the shirts. You know, how we're going to handle the money
Yeah.
and the shirts and everything,
Uh-huh.
to make sure that everybody who's at the stand is aware that those aren't freebies and that we're selling
Right.
them and what to do with the money.
Right.
Sort of keeping track of the ledger.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can work on that after this, I suppose. Where was the other open ones? So the little happy hour, I'd already talked a little bit about this on the Hangout at Cafe Leroy on Friday night. They do reservations, and I've got my colleague who's helping me organize the Ruby Dev Room. He is in Brussels, and he's happy to make a reservation for us, but I would need to get an idea of how many people there would be. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get any firm reservation or firm commitments on that. So I was thinking of just setting up like a reservation for 10 people on Friday night at like 6:30 or 7 to have some drinks at Cafe Leroy and Grand Place.
Okay.
Any thoughts? Anybody? I don't know if anyone is like, I know that you know, Chris Orr and Domi and some of the people that are coming from, you know, Germany, like Fred G, they get in on one of the later trains, but I don't know specifically when everybody is going to be arriving on Friday night. So maybe we'll just have to play it loose, I guess.
You want to shoot them an email? I can do that. So we can get at least a head count.
If you want to try to corral a head count, that would be useful.
Okay.
And then next week, my colleague can make the reservation for us.
Okay.
So Domi's not going to be there until 9 in Brussels. So Domi, I think we'll be, or at least I'll be hanging out past 9 p.m. on Friday night. So we'll at least be able to have a beer. I'll be arriving in Brussels on Tuesday, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, prior to FOSDEM. So I'll have a lot of time to do prep work if we need to on Friday. Friday during the day. So there's
Okay.
that.
All
All right,
right.
so I'll add you to this.
Yep. And you can assign it to me.
Okay. So, I mean, my phone number is still the same. It's a 415 number. Like, you can call me right now, actually. It works all over the world, which is really fun.
Oh,
But
cool.
don't call. If you use T-Mobile in the US, you can get a plan that is pretty cheap, and it's basically worldwide. I tried doing the SIM card in Brussels once or twice, and it proved to be a big pain in the ass. So that's the Saturday or the Friday night thing. I'm assuming you saw, Alyssa, that that is published on the meetup page. I went ahead and I announced that.
Cool.
If you'll send a note to the Jenkins FOSDEM mailing list about that, we can start getting people to RSVP that are going to actually join us.
Okay.
And then the only two sort of big things that are left on the to-do list are some of the demos, which I was planning on doing next week, and then the postcard thing. Now, the postcard, for those that may have forgotten, we had talked about in our October meeting as a postcard-sized printed asset that we could hand out with stickers and things like that, which would have links to, want to get started with Jenkins and Android, go to jenkinsci.org/blah/Android or something like that, and Python and Perl and things like that. We have two solution pages right now, which would be the destinations for those postcards. I talked briefly with Chris Orr about getting some Android content up. Right now, I don't have anything from him, and I haven't had the time to focus on this thing. Alyssa, do you have an idea of what the drop dead date would be to have postcards printed out for FOSDEM?
Let me see. So we are on the 13th. I can get it printed locally, and then I can I can send it over. Well, if you can get the content by middle of next week, the 20th, and then gives a couple of days for Rashid to work on the design, and then I'll either get it printed locally or I'll have it printed locally in terms of where I live, or I'll have it printed in Brussels. I know there's a copy house over there that I like that I can use. Yeah, it's nearby the hotel too.
One approach that I might take with my time permitting is I might just create stub solution pages for the topic or for the things that we want to talk about at FOSDEM, and then we can get that printed, and then I've got a deadline to organize and get contribution on those pages before basically Saturday, January 30th. So I can get the URL.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. That would be quite literally a hard deadline. Printed materials are awful for just that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Besides me, I don't know anybody that's got time to work on that sort of documentation. But we've got Docker. We've got pipeline as code. I think Android is another good one to cover. Given the audience at FOSDEM, I think C and C++ is an important one to cover. Just sort of your standard CMake or GNU make, plugins and integration. Daniel or Jesse, can either of you think of another really important aspect of Jenkins that we should highlight to a largely open source developer audience?
I'm thinking of anything offhand.
Java, duh.
Yeah.
Oleg did volunteer to do to write an embedded solution page. I'm not sure if there's an embedded and there's a software radio part of FOSDEM, but I'm not sure how big it is. I think if it's worth trying to push that through in time. Okay, I'm gonna add Python. I think I'll try to shoot for those, and then Alyssa, I'll let you know once I've got the URLs published with the stub pages, and we just won't sort of popularize them until FOSDEM.
Okay. Okay.
So that'll give me a week and a half to come up with content.
All right.
No pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that's about everything. Alyssa, thanks to a lot of your footwork, I think this is the most prepared and organized we've ever been for FOSDEM.
Oh, yay! It'll be interesting to see what it's like, and then maybe next year I'll see what I can do to help out some more, because it's kind of hard when you haven't been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be an eye-opening experience.
Cool.
Okay, so we've got some action items. Yeah, I think that's everything. So for the people on the stream, both of them, if they're not already aware, in the Jenkins-community channel on IRC is where a lot of the event and content organization goes. And then we have the events project with the FOSDEM component in Jira. And then, of course, the FOSDEM 2016 wiki page has a lot of the content. I'll write up some notes for this meeting and publish that or add them here, and then I guess we'll see everybody next at FOSDEM.
Sounds good.
Unless there's anything else anybody else has, I think we can call it a wrap at 30 minutes.
Did you get your hotel booked, Tyler?
No.
No? You may want to reach out to Judy, see if she can help.
I'll be figuring this out today.
Okay.
So, having a place to sleep for the 4-day whirlwind that will be FOSDEM is going to be very important.
Yeah. I stayed last time. I stayed at Movatel. I think that's the name of it. I liked it, so I'm staying there again. So in case you need.
I'm gonna go the Airbnb route this time.
Yeah.
Because I really just need a cheap room to sleep on a bed, because it'll be 12-hour days.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot of amenities.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody. I'll see you all next at FOSDEM. Thanks for joining.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
But